Evander.
Oh my gosh. Did you name me the pro meme master?
Didn't name you. That was just the title of the little meeting room.
Okay. I am but a lowly meme master.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You're very humble about that. Very humble.
I don't run an entire meme operation. I'm just a humble farmer tending to my memes.
You have a really nice setup there, man. I'm not professional like that. I'll get there one day.
Okay. Yeah, I just literally had extra fat. Most of this shit is new. Like I had to
I
had to rebuy some of the setup. The green screen I went and got from mom because we got it for like school. When I was whatever. And I was like, oh shit, better get it from mom. Yeah, that's pretty much that story.
How you feeling?
I just got done with some hitting the bag and cardio, and I'm out of the power, so whatever.
You're a beast, man.
Yeah.
You're a beast.
I would love to look better, but the camera, I had to get a crappy camera because the markup price is ridiculous right now. And I totally understand why.
Yeah.
But still, I was like, I'm not about to drop $150 for some HD video.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Right, you know, the first couple of podcasts I'm doing, I'm just kind of testing the waters, seeing how it is, talking to you. What was that?
Yeah, that's totally fine. Test runs are.
Yeah.
How's my audio? Can you hear me? Is it better?
Yeah. No, it sounds good. It sounds good. I have had issues with both of my podcasts with like a little bit of lagging, but not too much. Not too much.
All right.
So we should be all right.
All right. So we want to talk about this is just me moving to go grab a pen.
Okay. You said a pen?
Yeah, pen.
Oh, okay.
Whenever
We'll start off with just catching up, how you been type thing, and then we'll get into other stuff. We're gonna keep the political stuff pretty brief and tame for now. Once we get in to a few more, and then we can get like direct topic thing, and you can say what you want. But
when it comes to political stuff, I don't know. It depends. Like I can meme and be an asshole, but I can also be sincere and exploratory, right?
Okay.
I usually just ask that. I was like, well, what do you need from me? Do you just want to argue just for shits and giggles, or do you want me to?
I do not want to argue. I'm way too tired for that. No, I just want to talk a little bit about you, so people can get to know you. Because my plan is for us to all have a group conversation on various topics eventually, and then continue with the one-on-one thing. But I just want people to know you, in the beginning for the first one, and then we can get into that. I know you really are looking forward to getting into stuff. So.
Gee, that's like I don't know. That's like yes and no. I mean.
Oh yes. Okay.
Like most of the time, I'm like alone 100%.
Yeah.
You don't make friends. You don't make friends that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get into it. So, welcome to Dragon Tuna. I'm Jarrett McBride, and I'm here with my good friend Evander Russ, pro MMA fighter. He's in the medical field, working really hard, and he's a meme master. No,
Like I spend more time doing that than anything else.
Yeah. So we've known each other for a while, but I just wanna go over a little bit about yourself so people can get to know you. I talked to uh, Nick Alexander Wellmaker. He was one of my first ones I've done.
Wait, was he on the Facebook post that you had? Well, that
Yes,
was
yes,
okay.
yeah. He's done most of the thumbnails for my videos, and kind of kept me interested. He's an artist. He does animation. He does graphic design,
Okay.
and we kind of did the same thing. We just kind of talked so people get to know who he is, what he does, and then we'll go on from there. But yeah. So how have you been in the quarantine?
Look, my life is like only affected like 90, like 2% of my life.
2%? Yeah.
I can't go out to Rochester or down to the other place to go train.
Right. Right.
It doesn't stop me from, I'm essential, right? So
Yeah.
I still get to work
Right.
and do all that good stuff.
Yeah. I definitely feel the same way. I just can't, like you said, can't go to train, can't go to the gym, which is not it's a big part of my life, but I can still train at home like how you do.
Right,
So,
yeah.
so it hasn't really changed. Working has been the same.
It's big. It's the same, yeah.
Now, what I'm not sure of, because I know you work with your brother. Do you also work in a hospital when you do doubles?
No. I just usually work with my brothers. I would,
Or,
if I was asked to come down to the hospital in the case of an emergency, say like they're under capacity or something like that,
mm,
I would possibly do that.
okay. But
I,
it's not a forced thing.
right, yeah. So everybody should like get to know like I am not a good person, right? I am a nurse purely to take care of my brother. Like if there's somebody else, like I got called up the other day, right? Say, hey, I'm so and so, like I have a case. Can I, would you be interested? If my brother didn't have like all the needs, the open spots, nurses being scared to come out from time to time, we'd be like, I would love to come down and help you out, that sort of thing. But top priority by far is my brother. So.
Right, and I understand that for sure. Why are you so adamant in saying you're not a good person?
Huh?
Why are you so adamant about saying you're not a good person?
Gee, you know what? I got to think about it. All right, so like, usually, like when someone says, "Oh, you're taking care of your brother," like you're such a good person, it's like, well, no, not really. It's like that's just something that you do for like somebody that you care about. You know what I mean? Am I going to? I gotta be honest. Am I going to extend that to anybody and everybody
No.
that wants the same thing? No. So
No.
like,
Okay.
by most measures, I'm not a good person. Fair, definitely fair. I say that all the time. Right, but a good person, I'm not.
Okay. I mean, I guess it depends on how you define what a good person is. I mean, it's a lot easier to take care of a small group of people that you care about than trying to extend that to people you don't know.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you're a bad person, but
Yeah.
so.
Also too, right?
Nah.
On the occasion that I do get to work with, like I do get to work with somebody else. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, thank you, you're good, a good person, yada yada yada. I was like, I realize I'm getting paid for this, right? You know? But this isn't coming out of it like this isn't 100%. You know what I mean? There's like spectrums. Oh god, I'm gonna be using spectrums so much all the time. Like there's a spectrum of something. There's a large incentive for me to be here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand that for sure. Yeah, it's a scary thing. I was talking to Emmanuel McBride, no relation.
Oh, okay.
And I was talking about you, how I was gonna have a podcast with you, and how I was slightly afraid about what was gonna happen. Do you know him at all?
I feel like I do.
Because he said the same thing, but he wasn't sure. But I think you might have had been in Crossing, because he's from Buffalo.
He's from Buffalo? Like maybe we came across each other, or maybe we're like vaguely aware of each other.
Yeah.
When I see him, I'm like, oh hey you. I'm not the best with names and faces.
Okay, because he said Evander, that sounds familiar, and he knows who Sensei Mung is, so that's why I figured you guys might have interacted, but Yeah.
Like I said, it just sounds familiar.
Yeah. See? Yeah. It's a small world, Rochester and Buffalo. So you probably guys
Right.
know
Yeah.
each other.
We probably cross paths at some point. Yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be cool. It'd be great to talk to somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he lives in Japan. He has a Japanese girlfriend who he may or may not get married to soon. He does. I think he's afraid to go the distance right now. But
Oh, geez, how spicy!
Oh wait, yeah, no.
Yeah. You're jumping in already.
Don't jump in there. Don't.
Oh, Japan.
Evander has a lot of opinions. I was just talking about Japan.
Opinion on much of anything. All I have, you know what? Most of the time, I really don't share an opinion.
Okay.
I just share like patterns. Like, you could always verify it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And people usually say it's like, oh man, Evander's opinions are wild and out there. It's like, no, I just have a chart that says that just says something like usually people don't talk about. Rarely do I get to talk about my opinion.
You like playing devil's advocate a little bit too, maybe.
Well, yeah, that is true. That's more like for like intellectual exercise. You know what I mean? You gotta make the intellectual gains.
Like true. Very true. I definitely enjoy our conversations.
Okay.
And that's why, like, when we get a little bit deeper into the podcast and people get to know you, I don't want them to right off like, whoa, what is he talking about? I want to ease them in a little bit. I don't want to get right.
Oh yeah, I understand. That reminds me of I was talking to a friend, like an old friend from school, right?
Yeah.
He lives in New York, and like a lot of it, like it's contemporary subject matter or whatever.
Okay.
But I pointed out to him, after because he started sharing stuff with his other friends.
Uh-huh.
It's like what happened to you? Like the subject matter is so jarring. It's just like, Evander, what have you been telling me? I was like, you've been talking to me for like a month and some change. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, if you take a look back at the beginning, you'd be like, whoa, who the hell is this guy? What are you? What have I become? It's
a month is not long enough to know someone, I think.
Oh, that's true. But it's like, at least for like some issues, it's not like personally like knowing me. It's more like about like doing like exploratory stuff. Really, that's really it. Yeah.
Because I've already talked a little bit about the quarantine and coronavirus with the other two, and I realize that's not a good conversation piece right now.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be fun.
It could be. Maybe that's something that we could do together. But
yeah, sure.
I'm surprised by some of the people I've known for like years that their opinions about certain things. Like, whoa, what the heck? Because sometimes you never get those. I mean, you might agree on a lot, and then you find something like, whoa, that's completely different than I thought. Sometimes people's logic paths are not in sync. At least in my opinion, sometimes you think.
Yeah.
So
well, on that, I got a 51% rule. I was like, look, I mean, I'm already, for the most part, pretty much alone out there. You know what I mean? So like 51%, that's good enough. We can have a good time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't see really, you don't really get much. 51%, like a 51% agreement rule.
Okay, I got you.
We both agree that, eating babies is wrong.
Right.
Hey, like we might got something, you and I, there might be something here. You know what I mean? Like all the bare bones were good. Bare bones were good. Like the finite little details. Because like, you get like you bring in another example, right? So you ever hear like that saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Yeah.
If you got, like if two groups of people or two people have to come together to solve a problem, there's going to be like no way in hell, right? You're going to agree eye to eye every single thing. But you would be absolutely, I'm going to say, retarded in order to not like utilize each other to get there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Example,
that's how humans get along, I think. I mean, that's
yeah.
But your example?
Sorry. Civil War, North and South. Didn't see eye to eye, but you know what? The British had to die, and then they fought afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And even people, you know, I love and care about. I definitely don't agree with everything, you know,
Mhm.
but you realize there's a mutual benefit to ignoring that part, you know.
Yeah, no. Yeah. How much is it really worth? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
I mean, if they're as long as they're not harming you, your person, your stuff, you're good to
right,
go.
right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, right now that's not the case with some things. But
Oh, on harming? See
no, we're
this?
not talking about that. We're not. We're not talking about that. We're not
You
talking
keep
about.
leaving it in
I know.
there.
I hinted, but yeah, no, we'll save that for another
Jared,
time.
the biggest tease.
I am. I am.
The biggest tease.
I sometimes I also post stuff on Facebook just to see what people would say, and I'll like, you know, kind of playing your game just to see what they say, and sometimes I'll say things just kind of
I
blunt, just to see
I
what.
don't I don't post my opinions on the Facebook wall. I'll
Oh, you don't
share
do?
memes. Jarrett is like, if you ever seen him on Facebook, Jarrett is like the avatar, where he gets out like that, pulls out like that tail and like's got all the feelers, and he's like, let me just see what everybody else is doing. It's
Yeah.
like,
That's
no,
not your thing. No, that's
nah.
you
Well,
don't
it's,
care.
here's the, jeez, I don't even know how to talk about it with like bringing up like direct face or whatever.
You can bring up something, but
All right,
not too
well,
deep. Go ahead.
I think I got it right.
Mm-hmm.
So like two things, right? So on Facebook or any social media, for example, uh, you don't have a lot of time to do like again exploratory things. You know what I mean? You're just like I'm gonna pitch out my hot take.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be hard, and that's it. And you guys are gonna clash on whatever those like differences are.
Right.
And you don't like say with my friend, you don't get a month or like a long period of time to establish foundations. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because usually like, when two people are like come at like a crossroads or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they have so many layers of foundation understanding that
Right.
they're working against, and like they don't like in debating or philosophy, they have this thing called define your terms and whatnot. And that tool is purely so that you guys can understand what you guys are talking
Right.
about. It's like I like a lot of like apples, and then someone comes at you, uh, McDonald's mac and cheese burger is the shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you're like, where did that come from? I get that. That's how I feel a lot. Like when putting on Facebook or whatnot, I'm like, where do I start with this? How far do I have to go back? That's why I just do
Explain.
memes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why a lot of people do memes? It's just easier to convey a quick
Well,
point.
there's something beautiful about memes. Yeah, you can convey a lot of information,
Mm-hmm.
and provided that it's good. You can convey a lot of different things. And
Can I
if you
can, can
find
I
it,
call you can I call you meme connoisseur? Can I call you that?
sure,
Okay.
sure. I go taste the memes. I put it in the wine glass. I smell it for a little bit. I sip, and I'm like, and I spit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah. So a meme, right? So
Yeah.
as long as it's constructed and well made,
Mm-hmm.
if it makes you laugh, it also makes you think. Or even if it makes you chuckle, like, well, that was kind of funny. Oh wait, there's so many other implications on here going. That's why memes are beautiful.
Right. Right. I definitely see how that's come to be for people to post that on the internet, because you're not gonna. I mean, when people post something like that, you're not gonna really argue with them. When I post my opinions,
Mm-hmm.
especially, I know what I've posted in the past, but a lot of people, they're not keeping track and record of everything I've posted. So they'll say I have contradictions in a single post.
Right.
Oh, that's not what you believe. So it is difficult to really express something with the post on Facebook. So I can see the value of a meme
Yeah.
post.
Yeah. How much time do you really have to explain like everything?
None at all.
Yeah.
Even when I try, it gets frustrating because I
Uh-huh.
really do it in person. Facebook is fun for what it is, but it's not
When
for opinions.
who was the other gentleman we were talking about? Talking with like after hanging out, doing grappling and stuff like that. We sit down for an hour or two. Right.
Oh, you talking about Gabe?
Yeah, Gabe. Sorry.
Gabe, yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
apologize, Gabe, if you see this.
He's somewhere in China right now.
Yeah. It's like that motherfucker. But yeah, like, we came in with like wildly different opinions.
Right.
But that whole thing, it took an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we did it over multiple times.
We did.
You know what I mean?
We did. Yeah.
That's just not possible on Facebook, Instagram.
No. Yeah. I mean, Facebook's pretty superficial in the first place, so.
It is.
Well, you know, no matter how many friends I add, how many family members I add, I barely know anything about them. They can post a million pictures, a million posts. I know probably a quarter of the people on my friends list, and even then, I don't really know them. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Again, I appreciate sharing the memes, but I unfollow so many people. Not because I'm an asshole. It's just it's too much.
Yeah, it can be daunting. It can be daunting. But yeah, so to stray away from that, because I have a feeling it's gonna trigger something now. I've noticed you've been training a lot, and you've been posting your weightlifting thing. I guess what I'm curious about is because do you see yourself ever fighting again? Do you want to fight again?
Like I'm okay with doing tournaments and whatnot, but at one point I did a cost benefit analysis onto myself. I'm like, damn, I like fighting. I don't like fighting. If I'm there, I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
If my coach wants me to do it, I'm doing it. You know, it's like who's the damn, so many analogies. You know, when you're like in the main event in your fight, that feels good.
Yeah.
But like for me, like it's just it was never the same. It was like, all right, Evander, you're up in 5 minutes. You're the main event.
Yeah.
And I get up from my little book that I'm reading to try to keep myself calm. I'm like, oh geez, that's me. I need to get out there. You know, it's I enjoy. Well, go ahead.
Do you think it's like a depression cycle or like an emotional drain cycle when you fight? Because I find that's a lot of people who do it, especially when they get up to that level, they find it be like a cycle, like emotional drain.
Well, yeah. The afterwards, you know, through it, like there's draining parts. Like that's just how it is. Like you do an extremely stressful sport, right? And it's not just like the end product, the end fight. Right. You know, it's the 2 months beforehand that you spend writing.
Yeah.
God, there's always some type of drama that needs to happen at the exact time. You know, everybody has their own personal movie of something that's trying to get their way, right?
Yes.
But you know what? It's not even that, because if I play it right, I can remove maybe like 75% of like social issues that I need to get out of my life. I can do that because I have the freedom to do that.
Right.
So it's more so when if I want to get into something else, like what am I getting out of it, right? So you know, how many people I might be quote unquote good-ish, right? Right, but you know, how many people make it to somewhere where fighting for a long period of time is sustainable?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but do I have to continue working? It's not that I just have to like do things. I have to take care of my family and whatnot.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But how much do I get out of it, right? I may make a couple thousand, you know, for a fight, but like even with sponsors. But how much did I lose in opportunity up to that fight?
Right.
You know what I mean? As an adult, I can look at other options. I make more in a week than I make more a week or two than I would like a big fight.
From a fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, and I'm like,
what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely see that. The only reason I fight personally, why I want to fight, why I desire it, it's something that's kind of like innate in me from being a child, and there's a lot of probably reasons, and maybe I'll explain that another time. But I think I enjoy the suffering a little bit. That's part. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of why I train. That's why I even choose to fight. There's something about the aspect of the suffering that I get from it, and it might. Oh, what are you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say like there is something about that. So
Yeah.
um, so when it
Don't
comes to
hurt me, man. Don't hurt me.
so
No,
when it comes to perspectives,
mm,
people that go in life without conflict, without stress,
yeah.
if they're not able to create, say, like an artificial stress, like we're
Right.
not in wartime, right? So you're not
Right.
like we're not grizzled veterans, you
Right.
know. It's not
Yeah.
the famine going on. It's aliens aren't invading. So, but if you don't have some form of stress to mold you, shape you, keep you solid, grounded,
Yeah.
then you become lazy. Is not the word.
Complacent.
Complacent could be it. You know what I mean? So you know, the reason why, like, say, like school projects or work projects, they have like deadlines because
Yeah.
that stress is
Stress.
what keeps you going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it also like it also changes your personality. It just it gives you some sort of control over your life. You know, like if somebody has nothing going on, no
Right.
plans, no goals, no nothing, they're not going anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what we
Yeah.
do is we create artificial stress in order to push us into other things.
I definitely agree, and I think that's probably why we have so many issues in modern times because we have to create that. I think we had a conversation about this actually, maybe.
Oh yeah, most
Yeah, I
definitely.
think we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it probably is related to that. It definitely is related to that because living the mundane, it gets boring for me. It gets
mm,
boring, and going to work and knowing that I have to do that. I guess fighting is an escape from that. Even though it's a maybe it's not the suffering itself, but it's the, like you said, the wartime, the feeling of going to a war, even though it's an artificial one, and I know that it's confined with rules, and I'm not gonna die. Hopefully,
yeah,
it's not a small chance, but that
yeah.
just encouraged me to improve in certain areas. So I think you're probably right about that.
There is this thing that's in people and animals. It is called the dominance instinct. Don't get too far in it, but
Okay.
it is you will derive pleasure from
Same.
competing and dominating over something.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't have to be you like it doesn't have to be you fighting somebody, but
Mm.
some people are like, you know, I whooped that guy's ass in Call of Duty.
Right.
I won this project. I signed this deal.
Yeah.
I sold this car. You know, like different ways people get that out. That is the same pleasure you get from pooping, peeing. You derive the same pleasure from dominating or winning.
Because it gives you a sense of control. You think, or
Kind of like I don't know. I want to say fulfillment. It's
fulfill?
in some sense it's tied to like maybe like the mating process or like getting your DNA out there. So like it's just one of those things that are like left over.
Conquering something.
Yeah. It's like you know if you win, you're gonna get the babe, you know, or vice versa. You know, if you beat the other lady, you're gonna get the dude. Blah blah. You're gonna get the resource. You're gonna get whatever. You know, you're going to get something. So the process of doing that, it just happens to be those things line up, and you feel better.
Yeah. But the question is, why after? So even if you win, I don't know if you ever experienced that. Even if you win, sometimes you still feel terrible. What?
Go ahead.
What do you say? What are you gonna say?
It's like I don't know if you ever experienced that winning.
No. No. No, that's not what
I was going.
No, that's not. No, every.
Okay, go ahead. I'm with you.
Evander is very well accomplished, so don't let him fool you.
Okay.
But I've definitely experienced many losses. But even when I've won, this is what I mean by if you experienced. Even when I've won, I felt disappointed and unfulfilled. Has that ever happened to you?
Well, yeah. There's probably like other things like in my own personal experience, right? It's like, damn, I really wanted to do that thing that my coach and I were working on that entire camp. But for whatever reason, my own mind and body just would not let me do it. You know, that's something. It's like, I wanted to high kick somebody in the head and finish them off that way forever. Nope. Judo, knees, punch in the face. Never happened. You know what I mean? You'd be like, sometimes your goal when competing, right, it isn't just winning. It's winning in a certain way.
Sure,
you give
yeah.
yourself criteria, you give yourself guidelines. I have to win, but I also have to perform this way, or else I won't be satisfied.
Mm.
Remember, what comes to mind is like Anderson Silva, way extreme out there. He won this fight, but he was like, damn, that just wasn't a good performance. And
Right.
did like a couple extra rounds with his people in the back room because he was like, fuck, I won. I knew I was going to win. That was obvious, but it just wasn't in the way that I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I think, in some sense, fighters, we're also entertainers.
We are. Yeah.
And if we don't look, in some sense, we don't look good doing it, that can be disappointing.
Right.
Like, yeah, I won, but I kind of slipped, fell, and my fist went into his head. Totally wasn't intentional. Yeah, he was knocked out, but does that feel good?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right. No, yeah. So maybe that's part of the reason too. It might be also psychological for me because I feel like even if I got everything I wanted, I still would feel unfulfilled because maybe I mean sometimes I find myself like considering, okay, if I become pro, because that's been my goal, that's been my lifelong goal forever. I'm like, okay, I made it pro, awesome. And say I win a couple fights, I'm still not gonna feel fulfilled. I don't think. I'm always gonna want more than what I received. Are you frozen?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know
Oh,
the
okay.
same, man. It feels that way, right? So once you, I hate this word, normalize.
Yeah.
But once you normalize your life at that time, you're going to want more. It's going to become normal for you. Like say you you retire right now, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm on the beach. The food's great, the weather's great. I'm always in the water. Woo, I'm having a good time. Maybe 6 months down the line, and you'll be like, man, this sucks.
Right.
And you're gonna want to do something else. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored of the same old.
But do you think it's possible to just be content and blissful with what you achieve and what you have? Do you think that's possible for humans?
Yes and no.
Yes or no?
Yes and no. It's in order to truly be content, it comes with a no other way to put this, but you gotta not care.
Okay.
Maybe you have like something attached, something like really, really attached to like that end product, that end goal. That if you don't get there, you're just gonna be like, oh man, what if I never got there? If only, what could have been? Should I have been with her? Should I have married her? What would my life be like? That sort of thing. If you're hung up on that sort of thing, or if you value that, or if you perceive to value whatever that is, you might not be able to be content. But you know what? You know who probably feels content? A pro fighter who's like, all like locked up like this, cauliflower ears, maybe got a little brain things. Yeah, I'm content. I don't need to do this anymore. I did what I did. I'm good. Too extreme, right?
Maybe that's what I'm after.
it might be. So I find that like if your values change, simple word, right? But if your values change onto something else, then you'd be okay to let go of that other thing. Like, so for example, going far pro level MMA for me, well, I value my time and my creativity more. I value my ability to make money, blah, blah, blah.